Okay, let's get started, shall we? In case you're wondering, I'm just here streaming and drawing comics. Let's just set you aside real quick. Get acclimated. Like, you know how, like, with orchestra, you start tuning your instruments? You're just gonna start feeling like that. Okay, so yeah, skeleton is not going to work to save a life right now. But I, on the other hand, am looking for something, because I still suck at drawing glasses. Getting real tired of this nonsense. Okay. This is pretty tough. There's a lot of grade A G pens around here. Like, nice one, Clip. All right. I think I'm gonna settle for Old Faithful over here. Hey, good evening. Great to have you on the stream, Marbeth. How's it going? Also, perfect timing. You're in the middle of my chill stream where I am drawing something courtesy of my comic series Wildcard Fighter. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is drawing a couple of panels here. That said, how's it going? But yeah, I've been working on a comic book series for quite some time called Wildcard Fighter. This is the comic I've been working on. Right now we are in the 4th chapter of the series. For obvious reasons, I cannot really give too much of the details of the plot going on here. I don't know. I think the thing is, I seem to have a thing for thick-framed glasses. I think I've become a glasses maniac of some kind. Boy, oh boy. I see the good folks at Discord are catching on. And to the bots that are notifying the good folks at Discord about it, thank you so much. No worries, nothing too special. I'm just in the middle of a stream. Of course, in case you're wondering who this guy is, he is the guy who is one of the people working on the construction who looks an awful familiar. All right. Okay, let's see if everything checks out. And it does. You know what would be really good with this? Some of that Bob Ross theme song, which would have been nice had not been for YouTube being, well, jerks. Idiot. Let's make this a little interesting a bit. No, hell no, I hear enough of that at Legoland. So that's not happening. Not while I am on stream. I am sorry. No. Come on, YouTube, don't screw with me. Oh, this is not good. I see we're on the buffering side. What's with the internet here? Ah, shit. Dick. Oh my god, why is the video output so bad? Could you be any less jank right about now? Okay, now we're making progress, thank God. Ethan Johnson, welcome back. Great to see you. Great to see you in the stream. How's it going? Oops. But yeah, I'm doing real good right now. So yeah, I'm doing fine. Just drawing manga. Enjoying this nice little chill stream. It's nothing too fancy. Grimoire manga. Oh, nice. I don't know if I heard of that series, but then again, I think I might have heard of it in passing. Alright. But yeah. So I guess I should just talk about something. Well, for starters, Thor Ragnarok. That was a fun movie to watch. Finally got a chance to watch it during the weekend. Jesus Christ. If this is what Phase 3 has to muster, then sign me up. Now, that said, I should warn anyone watching this stream that there's going to be some spoilers ahead. So, just so you know. Of course, my only problem is that I'm at a disadvantage because I didn't see Thor the Dark World. But I do know enough to basically point out that, yeah. Cinderella was a man that is a demon and was guilty for killing his love Cinderella. Also, Snow White was a man in erotic drag wear. Well, damn. Wow, like, is that real? Good Lord. Better yet, let's take a break and see what you're talking about, because This sounds like... Oh, yeah. But yeah, spoilers for those who have not watched the movie, so you might want to be careful. So, like, the movie starts off with Thor being trapped by this giant demon who I forgot the name. I'm very sorry. He says that if he says that he'll be the cause of Asgard's destruction via Ragnarok. And of course, Thor is like, no, that's not happening. So, yeah. Dude sends his minions, Thor beats the snot out of him, and just when it's time for him to leave... But yeah. But yeah, I'm looking at the manga you're talking about. Cinderella and Snow White, Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel. Your ancestors called these stories grim. I wonder if my ancestors met Cinderella and the other characters. No, they're just stories. Those people don't really exist. Huh? But yeah, I'm on chapter 1. But yeah, I'm now reading chapter 1. So yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm like on chapter 1 of this manga. And it's like, okay, like... One of... Like, I think this is like the female lead. She reminds me of Sharia from Tales of Graces. And Jesus Christ, like the design almost looks uncanny. His ancestors made a deal with the demons in the story. Wow. And the main character is supposed to be the Brothers Grimm. But back to Thor. Yeah, just when it's time for him to leave, I've noticed something. Heimdall is not around, so instead we get this guy from Asgard who is basically out of work and decides why not work the Bifrost. I keep pronouncing it terribly. I'm sorry. So I think he's called Savage or Ravager. No, that's Guardians of the Galaxy. Scourge, yeah, Scourge. So yeah, Scourge decides to work the Bifrost, only to basically dig around and just talk about all the stuff he got on Earth. And his personal favorite are these two M16s, whom he calls affectionately Des and Troy. Get it? Destroy. And so when he finally does his job, he's back to Asgard, and he takes like the head of a dragon with him, and the ladies are like, nah, screw this, I'm out. And as he makes his way to meet father, his father, who seems to be lounging around and talking up and watching a play of the tales of Thor: The Dark World, basically a recount of the second movie. And what's funny is they have Anthony Hopkins like, oh shit. Yeah. Des and Troy. That's just funny. But yeah. So Thor quickly picks up on the fact that his father is exiled from Asgard, and Loki has been dressed up as him, has been disguised as him the entire time. So he basically holds him at hammer point and is like, you know, this hammer will only work for me, right? So you better stop bullshitting. Where is Dad? And Loki is like, okay. So he drops the act and is like, okay, whatever. Fine, I'll tell you where Dad is. So they go to an old folks home in New York. Well, what used to be an old folks home. And it's like, oh crap. He ain't here. And of course you get a bunch of random girls who take a selfie and they're like, and one of them is like, I'm sorry Jane dumped you. Yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, Jane Foster and Thor are broken up off screen, it seems, and I'm like, okay, what the hell? Either that or Natalie Portman just stepped out of the contract or some kind. So I know they did the same crap with Tony. Oh, the Bad Cop Thor. Holy crap. I don't get that, but damn. So you have yeah, because yeah, he's basically back. Thor's basically back up in the scene where he returns to Asgard. Oh yeah, Scourge just shows up at the last second. It's like, behold, Thor has returned from battle. Like, yeah, it took you long enough. And then Loki's like, you had one job. Yeah, Odin is exiled. Heimdall is nowhere to be found. Loki has him as a fugitive, which is complete bullshit in my opinion. But yeah, back to New York. So all this is happening, and Doctor Strange takes Thor and Loki to his place to discuss what the hell's going on and whatever. I think this is like the prelude to Infinity War. I forget. I might see Thor Ragnarok again just to get some clarification on what is just going on. I'm sorry, I don't think I've seen Spider-Man Homecoming and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So I can't really connect the dots. You had one job show up. Just like that. Strange kidnaps Loki. Strange kidnaps Loki. And has him falling. Which is funny, too. And what we see is like the post-credit scene from Doctor Strange. So at the end, Strange guides Thor and Loki to where Odin is. And Odin is actually just wandering off in the sky. And he warns them about what the hell's going to happen. And there's a scene where, and before that, Loki is like, I've been falling for 30 minutes. Oh, and even funnier, Thor's getting his umbrella. Thor's getting Mjolnir, which is disguised as an umbrella. And it is just breaking all through everything. And like, crap is awkward. 30-minute fall. Yeah, that is torture. I think I would pee myself if that happened to me. I'm sorry. I'm not holding back on that one. But yeah, they find their father only to have him disappear and die, which is kind of bad. So, like, right in the feels right there, like, their father/adoptive father is gone. And say hello to Hela, who is revealed to be Thor's sister and Loki's half-sister. Or stepsister, or adopted sister. And she kicks things off by smashing Mjolnir to holy hell. And as they retreat to, and as Thor and Loki try to retreat to Asgard, she follows them. And they're tossed somewhere else in the cosmos, while Hela makes her way back to Asgard and is like, "Oh, home sweet home. I'm gonna fuck it up and restore it to its former place." So, in other words, in her mind, oh wow, Hela's hair is like a cheap bandit. Oh my god. Holy shit. But yeah, she shows up in Asgard, and like in her right mind, she's like, "I'm going to make Asgard great again." Yeah. Centering it with her hand because that was her weapon for. Yeah, now that I think about it. So it's like she's pissed off because her father Odin, since we've already established that all of them are related, her father Odin decided to go from ravaging, pillaging killer to peacemaking dude. In her mind, she thinks this is all bitch made. So she decides, you know what, let's change up Asgard a bit. Let's kill anyone who dares stand in my way and leave all those who support me alive. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. That sword that Heimdall be packing. I want it. Is what she's thinking right now. Meanwhile, Thor is stranded, hammer destroyed, on some unknown planet. Loki's nowhere to be found. Big shocker. And he is surrounded by a bunch of junkyard dwellers who want to eat him alive. And it's also here that we beat the new female lead in the movie, who is not Hela, who is basically hammered out of her damn mind. And she's like, "No, I'll take him." And she passes out. And she put this, and after beating the snot out of them and whatever, she, drunk Valkyrie, yep. Like, she is straight up, like, she just shows up, like, completely shit-faced. I don't see how she's able to operate a vehicle on the way to the junkyard. So she's like, I'll take him to the collector or whatever. I'll take him to this Jeff Goldblum-looking dude. And seriously, he's played by Jeff. It's just basically Jeff Goldblum at this point. Man, he went from Death Wish to the MCU in a matter of seconds. If you don't know what Death Wish is, all I can tell you is that it is raw as hell. And they're doing a reboot coming soon. Anyway. So, Thor is chosen to do battle, and yeah, so he's basically a slave for the Colosseum. And this guy is just, and the guy who is collecting him is like, yeah, hammer without Thor's hammered. Moving on. my god. Um. So that said, Thor sees Loki and all this, and Loki is on good graces with Jeff Goldblum. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna call him Jeff Goldblum because he's played by Jeff freaking Goldblum. Like, the guy is really struggling to fight being typecast at this point. Like, he did so good in Death Wish. What the hell happened after that? Now he's doing apartment commercials in the MCU, which is not bad, actually. But moving on, rambling aside. So Jeff is like, okay, if you want to be free, you have to win against our champion. So Thor is locked up with all the other gladiators from all across the universe. And he meets like this stone dude who's basically like the chipper little tour guide. It's like, oh, hello there. Like, tell me why old dude reminds me of the Geico Gecko. Instead, and like everyone who dies in the Coliseum, he calls Doug. And everyone who's about to die, he just calls him New Doug. The Stanley Barber. Yeah. And then he's accompanied by his sidekick character, who is basically this alien with blades. I keep forgetting his name. I'm so sorry. I'm not saying that Thor Ragnarok is forgettable. Not by a long shot. It's just that I've only seen it this one time and I want to see it again. But moving forward, they go to the Coliseum. Thor's up next. Like, well, farewell, New Doug. Yeah. So he finds out. So after Thor's mopping the floor with everybody, he goes against the Grand Champion, who's revealed to be the Incredible Hulk. Anyone who's seen the trailers already know the meme by now. That the brand new meme that was sweeping the nation the minute that the trailer came out. It's like, yes! It's like, hey, it's a small ass world right now. He's my friend from work. But yeah, like, Thor Ragnarok really did mix up Planet Hulk there, because Hulk is like the champion slash gladiator. And apparently Hulk has wasted no time smashing, beating up, and killing random gladiators, and is popular on that planet. It's like the guys responsible for making this movie really had Planet Hulk in mind. So yeah, the Hulk and Thor go at it, and we get a familiar scene from the Avengers, only this time, instead of Loki getting smashed around, it's Thor this time. And Loki in the skybox over there, like, now you know what it feels like. Now you know how it feels. And I know every Loki fan was happy to see that. That also familiar scene. Because when Loki realized that the Grand Champion was the Hulk, he was like, oh shit. But yeah, meanwhile, Hela is wreaking havoc on Asgard, and Heimdall is gathering up resistance or whatever, getting everybody who doesn't want to be a part of this whole thing to safety. Thor musters what little strength he can to beat the crap out of the Hulk, only to get knocked out, and in a resort room with the Hulk bathing, Hulk walks out the tub completely nude, and Thor is basically like, my eyes, they burn me unclean. And rightfully understandable. But, not to worry. At least half of what you saw from the Hulk will be taken care of shortly. That was the moment Loki done F up. Oh yeah, Fenrir. Yeah, let's talk about Fenrir. Hela's pet dog. Okay, actually wolf, but still. So he uses the eternal flame to resurrect Fenrir and all of the other soldiers that she and Odin had under their command. And oh yeah, this is gonna be hard for me to draw. Next thing you know, I'm drawing Thor and Hela and all that shit. I'm supposed to be drawing what the hell goes on in this here stadium. But anyway. Thor and Hulk have some dialogue, and Thor is like, we gotta go to Asgard. And Hulk's like, no, screw that. I want to stay. I'm loved here. Y'all don't want me on here. And if you remember Avengers Age of Ultron, Hulk decided, in the midst of all the chaos, screw this crap. I'm out. I'm leaving. And I think that's how he ended up here. As opposed to in the comic books, he was forced out of the planet Earth. Him and Banner. Because the Illuminati thought that he was too much of a threat to be around. Stark and the gang like, hey, but look on the bright side. You'll have all the peace and quiet you want. The palace was made above corpses. Yeah, the palace in Asgard really was made out of the corpses of the dead. And basically, Hela was like, don't you know that peacemaking crap is just a distraction to keep you from realizing that Odin was a killer and murdered many? Stay woke, people. Yeah, that's the tip that Hela was on. But she figured nobody would give a damn because they see her as a threat. So, rightfully so, they were going to run. Oh, fuck me. But the Valkyrie shows up and she reveals, and Thor Thor basically tells her, hey, yeah, you gotta join in too. Yeah, you're right. Now that I think about it. But yeah, she wants Heimdall's blade. But yeah, she wants Heimdall's sword to open Bifrost. And she wants to cause Ragnarok to happen. We should stop spoiling before I'm muted again like last time. Aw, I was getting to the good parts too. I don't know why my stuff is... I don't know why your messages are being deleted, man. Damn. Well, I guess we can safely say that Thor Ragnarok was a good movie. It was really funny. Like, it's... From what I can gather, it's like a sharp contrast from the second film and from the first film. Like, the first film was the whole fish out of water story. The second film was, like, focused on the Infinity Stone, while at the same time being very dark. And all of the fat from that second film was completely trimmed, and the tone was a little bit lighter in the Ragnarok, to the point where it's mostly laughs and action, which I think is pretty cool. Like, I'm looking forward to Infinity War right now. And also there's the Black Panther movie coming out. And it's going to be, I don't know. I think I'm going to feel awkward as one of the few black people to show up in the movie theater in regular clothing, while everybody else is in us. Well, every other black person, especially some of the more, yeah. You should make me use super mod because I take manga for my help. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Of course, I'm still trying to get the hang of live stream. I'm only knowing like the basics. And since I'm looking at a manga right now, I think this would be good note taking for what the heck I'm doing as well. The disadvantage of having your computer to the left of you is basically... Oh, also, how about my headphones? My headphone, well, I don't know, like my headphone jack is right on top of the... Yeah, let me show you. My headphone jack is right up there where the USB ports are. It's pretty weird. One or two things would be the case. Either the headphone jack should be somewhere differently, or the headphone wiring is just way too small, or maybe I need to relocate somewhere so that the setup isn't all too awkward. I don't know. Which volume is what? Like the comic I'm drawing right now? Like we are in volume 1 of the series. So, yeah. This is volume 1 and chapter 4. Ah, thank you very much, man. Hope to see you again, Ethan. Also, I got you on Bayonetta and like Wonderland Bayonetta. All right. All right. Well, let's try something a little different. We'll do Murata's version. All right. So there's a similar sound effect that I'm looking for, and I have to find it. Like, damn it, I cannot find it. Wow. There we go. That's what I was looking for. This is pretty jank. No, this isn't gonna work. I need those sound effects. Somewhere away from here. No, I can't even do that yet. Kinda glad I know how to do this. Now this is going to be good for when I decide to draw color panels. That's going to be really lit. And my proportions suck. Wait, not yet. I'm also going to need the assistance of one person. After all, this is like Rie's story, so of course we're gonna add her in here. Okay. One thing to keep in mind is that I am not going to recreate the character that I'm 3D character that I'm using. 3A looks a little bit on the cross-eyed side. I'm not doing that. And I gotta save this because I don't want that to mess up. Okay. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, always save. Always save, because you never know what the heck's going to happen. hand should be a little bit bigger. So we're not going to make the mistake of making the hands unnecessarily small. If I understand my perspective and proportions, his hand would extend outward. Oh, something smells nice. Reconnection successful, you say? Come on. The stream is continuing, thank God. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to cut this short for right now. Now, for those of you who have stuck by me in this stream, thank you very much. For those of you who are watching this pre-recorded, thanks for viewing. That said, this is Showa60 signing off. Johnny.